Hello guys, and in today's video we have another one on the chopping block, and for today it is Saw 7, which is actually titled Saw the Final Chapter, and this one came out in 3D, which I got to see it in 3D. This is the only Saw movie I've seen in theaters. But before we get into the Saw movie, I wanted to, come on here and tell you guys, if you like this look, it was done using the Beauty Crop Dawngazing palette. Everything that I'm wearing will be linked in the description box down below. And if you want to watch me do these looks firsthand, I do go live on TikTok every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Central. And my socials will be listed in the description box down below as well. So, if you're ready to see what's on the slab, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so, like I said, today's video is Saw the Final Chapter. This came out in 2010 and has an IMDb rating of 5.5 out of 10, and the storyline goes, after trying to kill Mark Hoffman, Jill Tutt goes into protective custody. Detective Matt Gibson agrees to take her into protective custody once she signs an affidavit, revealing that Mark Hoffman is the new Jigsaw killer. Meanwhile, Bobby Dagan, a self-proclaimed Jigsaw survivor, is put through his own series of tests where he must save both his friends and his wife. And of course, what would it be without some very interesting trivia? The Garage Trap was written for an earlier film in the series, but the producers felt that it was too disturbing to show in a film. But for an unknown reason, they finally allowed it to be filmed. That's a little sus, if you ask me. The infamous bathroom trap has appeared in 4 films in the series. Saw, the original that came out in 2004, Saw 2, 2005, Saw 3, 2006, and then, of course, this film. Which, that bathroom is their namesake, so of course they're going to be showing it multiple times. Over 25 gallons of fake blood were used in this film, more than 2.5 times the amount used in Saw 2, the most successful film in the franchise since Saw 4, 2007, which I find very interesting. So, we have a body count. Period. Full stop. We have a body count. This movie has a lot of kills. This movie is gruesome. Again, this movie was shown in 3D. I do want to make a disclaimer here. Well, one, here's your little spoiler alert. We're getting into traps and body count and kills. This is going to get a little graphic and gory. Viewer discretion is advised if you would like to continue. If not, I will see you in the next one. I saw this in 3D. Seeing it in 3D was garbage. There was 6 things that were in 3D. It was not worth it to see it in 3D. I don't think it was very good in 3D, but it was very interesting to see a Saw movie in theaters, just in general. But I think seeing it in 3D was not necessary. We have Dina. Public execution trap, also killed by Brad and Ryan. She was sliced in half by a center saw wheel. So what had happened, they had to fight over her. And originally, they were supposed to choose one of them to kill, but they teamed up and decided not to kill each other, which therefore killed her. We have Kara in the garage trap. Her head was crushed by a tire. We have Dan from the garage trap. His arms and jaw were torn off by a moving car. We have Jake from the garage trap. He was run over by the car. And then we have Evan. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington. His back was ripped off, so he has severe bleeding. And it's likely that he was cut on impact of the windshield or cut afterwards by glass shards, that's where the severe bleeding was. And then he has a high possibility of impalement after landing onto another car. So death upon impact. So a culmination of all of those things is his death. But yes, rest in peace, Chester Bennington. We miss you very, very much. We have Alex, the blender trap, and Sydney. Shredded by multiple lawnmower blades. I have an asterisk. Sydney slapped him in the face, causing Alex to fall to his death as rotating blades ripped him apart. So, like, technically the trap killed him, but, like, the trap wouldn't have killed him had Sydney not slapped him and caused him to fall. So, we have Nina, the silent circle, impaled in the neck by 4 hypodermic needles. Oh, no thank you. Absolutely not. Suzanne, the impalement wheel trap, eyes and mouth impaled by 3 rods. Also, no thank you. Kaale, the deafening mask, hung by a noose. No thank you. Homeless man was killed by Mark Hoffman, shot in the back 3 times with a handgun. This is shown in a flashback. Little rude, Mark. Matt Gibson, machine gun turret trap, shot repeatedly by a machine gun. We have 2 police officers, machine gun turret trap, shot repeatedly by a machine gun. Nate Brooks, the exit trap, shot in the chin with machete, stabbed in the chin with a machete. I mean, very similar motions. I can't read my own handwriting. Let's move on. Dr. Hefner, from Mark Hoffman, he was stabbed in the throat. We have just a random police detective who was also killed by Mark Hoffman, also stabbed in the throat. We have 5 SWAT officers from the cyanide box trap and Mark Hoffman. They were poisoned by hydrogen cyanide gas. This is a lot. We have Palmer, who was killed by Mark Hoffman, neck snapped. We have another random police officer who was killed by Mark Hoffman, stabbed in the throat. We have Rogers, killed by Mark Hoffman, shot in the eye through interrogation window with a handgun. We have Joyce Dagan, the brazen bull trap. She was roasted alive in the brazen bull. She did not deserve to die. Out of every single one of the movies, she did not know that her husband was lying, and she did not deserve to die, and it's very unfortunate. Jill Tuck, the reverse bear trap and Mark Hoffman, her jaws were forcibly torn apart. This was also for revenge. Finally! It took us 6 movies, but finally, somebody. I was so happy. Like, I wasn't happy that it was Jill Tuck that died from the reverse bear trap, but, like, watching someone finally die from the reverse bear trap, it lived up to, like, what I had been wanting from the reverse bear trap, if you feel me. And then we have Mark Hoffman. From Lawrence Gordon. Were you expecting that? Because I wasn't expecting that. That blew my mind. And his death is dehydration or starvation. He's left chained to a pole. A pole? A pipe. I can't read my own handwriting. He's left chained to a pipe in the bathroom. In the infamous bathroom where Lawrence and Adam originally started the series 6 movies sooner. And this is payback for killing Jill Tuck. I didn't even know Lawrence was confirmed still alive, like, when we got to this movie, so, like, I was so happy and so excited when I saw this. Like, this movie for me, the traps did it. Like, the traps were good. Storyline, meh. Jill Tuck dying upset me. Mark dying, awesome. Lawrence Gordon being alive blew my mind. So, like, rating this movie for me is such, like, a touchy thing because, like, story-wise, I'd give it, like, a 2.5, 3 stars. Traps-wise, 4.5, 5 stars. Jill Tuck dying, 3 stars. Mark dying, 5 stars. Lawrence Gordon being alive, 10 out of 10. So happy. So I feel like averaging it out, I should give this movie 4 stars. So I think that is what we're gonna do, is we're gonna average the scores approximately, and we're gonna give Saw 7, or should I give it 3 stars to really be upset about the 3D? because that did make me very mad. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to give it 3 stars to really drive home because it had promised so much in the lines of 3D that it did not deliver on. So, for that reason, we're going to give it 3 stars, you guys. So I hope you enjoys today's horror talk. And that's going to be it for today's video. I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. And as always, if you enjoy makeup unboxings with a little bit of horror sprinkled in, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.